are so many epidemiums to choose from. This one's called Sunshowers, and it's a cultivar. But epidemiums sort of come from the temperate Asia usually, and they're like perennial plants. They flower. They have a long flowering season from the spring into the first half of the summer. And this one here has very, very bright yellow flowers. Look quite sort of complex and interesting. And they've been flowering for ages. There's loads of flowering stems still coming up. And they will grow kind of in a shady spot. They quite like damp but well-drained soil. And yes, shade. And they just do very well sort of like covering patches of ground where other things might have difficulty growing, and they do look really bright and have a really nice display. There are so many different types of epidemium, and they just look really interesting. And when the flowers are finished, you still get these very interesting leaves, which are kind of like a mottled, kind of reddy, kind of green colour. And then they just die back for the winter, and then they sort of pop up again next spring. So they're there most of the time as a nice ground cover, and they just sort of die back in the winter and leave a bit of space for the snowdrops, and then they come up again when the snowdrops were finished. So they kind of take care of a nice little patch of garden with something colourful for a good chunk of the year, keep the weeds down, and they're pretty easy to grow. If they're happy there, they'll grow really well and won't need much doing to them.